Jeremy here, and today I'm going to be discussing Shaping a Nation, 20th Century American Architecture and Its Makers by Carter Wiseman. Wiseman focuses mainly on the rhetorical strategies of classifying and dividing and narration. He uses different styles and classes of architecture to basically just show different types of architecture during the time period, and uses narration to present the works of multiple architectures, their lives, and how their lives would have affected the architecture of the time. Wiseman creates an argument that not only travels through time, but shows developments and needs of society at the time. This is prevalent through the height of the buildings. Buildings had to be built taller due to lack of available space and real estate, and this caused an increase in the cost of land, since the amount of profit that could be gained from one plot of land had essentially quadrupled. This contributes to his overall purpose by working together with analysis of the architecture styles, with the prevalent European classical style stemming from both French and Roman architecture, and showing how this developed into modern skyscrapers, which started in major American cities. Wiseman's main purpose in writing this nonfiction novel is to analyze the development of American architecture over the course of a century, 20th century. Wiseman seeks to gain perspective from the lives of the architectures responsible, and ultimately emphasize their impact on modern architecture, and how this ultimately led to the increase in the economic infrastructure of major cities. Wiseman's focus on this is to ultimately gain attention to the hidden world of architecture, and like basically allow his reader to view the world with more care and consideration. Wiseman uses academic discourse in the novel, and they all stem from arguments based in fact and reasoning, while also adding emotion from his interviews with various architects, which adds intrigue and personality to the timeline. I learned that it's really important to consider both sides of the argument when presenting an academic discourse, and using statistical unrefutable data to counter the opposing viewpoint. This novel can be compared to The Death and Life of Great American Cities by Jane Jacob, which uses a timeline, and The Architecture of Happiness, which uses narration. Wiseman uses both of these strategies in a way that allows his novel to be the first of its kind to discuss architecture in not just a timeline or an index or encyclopedia, but actually discuss why certain things are the way they are.